This video is sponsored by Baby Bliss Mom and Baby Shop.
My name is CKA Howard, caretaker of baby Aseda, who is 5 months.
And I'm Afua. I'm the one helping him take care of baby Aseda.
I was home one dawn, and then a friend called me, and he told me all the details. So I am her elder brother. I picked the phone and then I called her. I just asked her, and she was trying to deny it from the onset, but later she admitted, and we had a few things to say, and then yeah, that was it. That was when I got to know she was pregnant at 7 months. Actually, I had a friend who was a nurse, so I was sleeping in her hall when a call came that they have to take her to emergency theater to do a surgery to take out the baby. So I was there, like 15 meters away. So when Irama was about to deliver, it was a Monday afternoon, and then when I received the call, I had to rush in and then help with whatever they need for the surgery. So I went as far as the Liberia camp, and then as far as the surgery to get some medications and fresh blood, pints of blood for my sister. And during that time, she was fine. And during the surgery, I personally wasn't there, but 20 minutes after the surgery, I went in, I saw my niece, and my sister asked me if she's fine. And the only thing I saw my sister going through was, she said she was thirsty and she was having a little rigor. But she asked if her baby is fine, and I said, yeah, she's fine. And she even asked if she looks like her. And I said, for fresh babies, I may not be able to tell exactly who they look like. Even as of now, I may not be able to tell, but I knew her baby was fine. You know, in our culture, a young lady can get pregnant and then be hiding it. But, you know, here lies the case, she has given birth and she has a life. So I mean, I was fine. I was comfortable. We were looking for the things that were going to happen ahead. So along the line, baby Aseda was having breathing issues, and because she was born 7 months, she had to be placed into an incubator. And I had to arrange with an ambulance and take baby to NICU to arrange for her to be placed in an incubator. We made a few calls, and then it went through, and then we left Winneba at 12:24 and got to reach at almost 1:23, yes. And baby was placed in an incubator. I hung around until the next morning. I had to go and buy baby clothes and a few other things to make baby okay. Before then, baby wasn't eating. So during the day, I was called to get baby some food because baby feels hungry. So what they told me was her mother could express breast milk. So I had to go back to Winneba, speak to my sister to express breast milk so that we can transport it back. I had ice chest. I mean, a very cute ice chest where you can keep the breast milk frozen or a little chilled before it gets to baby. And when I went back to Winneba, my sister tried to express. It didn't really work. So I had to wait for like an hour, 2, 3. It went into 6 hours. It wasn't working. So that evening, we all had to hang in there. So around 11 that evening, she started complaining of pains in her abdomen. She couldn't move. In fact, after the surgery, she was able to get down from her bed just once. It was when she went and came back that she started having cramps, pains, and that was where I felt it started descending. So on the 25th in the morning, that was around 3:41 a.m., they moved her back to surgery. And really, I didn't know what happened at surgery, but I knew she was being taken good care of. On the 25th in the morning, around 8 a.m., I went to see her. She wasn't too well, but around 3 p.m. we went back there, and then she was fine. She could see me, she could feel me, and she knew I was there. In fact, all of us, my 2 elder brothers and myself, we were there. She could feel us. But the 26th in the evening, it wasn't really cool. We had to go back home, have a little conversation with my brothers, and we knew it would end well, but that was a hope. But knowing how medical conditions sometimes be, you wouldn't know how it goes. On the 26th in the morning, we went there, and it wasn't really something you would want. From the little I got to know, they told me her blood wasn't clotting, so I didn't know much about those things, but I was hoping that things would be fine with her. So around 3, we were asked to arrange for an ambulance and take my sister to the hospital in Accra because they have a ventilator. And on our way, they did, if I should say, that's the most difficult journey I've ever made. And they did 2 CPRs before we got to Malam. And when we got to Malam, they stopped to do a final CPR. I knew my sister was fine, honestly, because I was hearing the beep of the systems in the car. And I mean, when you go to a hospital and a person is surviving, you know the beep that sounds. We got to Chale. We had to go and do some folders for my sister. Only came back to see she was dead. And look, I lost a sister. This is a sister. This is my only sister that I lost. And there is a little baby that needs to survive after my sister. Look, my sister is gone, fine. But her daughter has to survive. So I had to, I got to reach from Chale without knowing, on foot. And when I got there, people didn't know who I am, but my phone number was on my niece's incubator. So they realized I'm the uncle, and I had to start running errands for little baby, getting baby food, getting baby clothes, running errands, speaking to friends who could help. I mean, meaningful friends who could help. Those are people that I spoke to, and they came to support here and there. And as I speak to you, it's been 5 months and 2 weeks doing this together with Afua, and it's been marvelous. You know, from NICU was a very difficult place to be, but I won't say much about NICU. We went to KMC. KMC is a crazy world. KMC is where you are taught to feed a preterm baby. KMC is where when you don't know how to feed a preterm baby, they won't discharge you. I was at KMC for how many days? For 3 days, and Afua moved in to help me. So both of us were in a private room at KMC, and we were there for close to 13 days. Baby was discharged at weight 1.4. Yeah, at weight 1.4. Yes, that was her weight before we came home. As we speak, Aseda is almost 6.4. So yeah, we've done well. Having to take care of this little girl has automatically made me like a father figure. I mean, you've become responsible. Any move you take, any step you take, you listen. Now, Afua has moved in with me. Aseda is here with us. So any step I take, I have to bear them in mind. And it has changed a lot of things it has redirected a lot of path in my life. But it's not on the negative, it's always on the positive. And I'm glad I'm doing this for my sister. I'm glad I'm doing this for Aseda. And I'm glad we are both doing it together.
For me, he didn't ask me to come to the hospital. I just called him one day and I told him I want to come and help him take care of the baby. So I just left work. I didn't even call my boss to tell him what is happening and all that. I just left, and then the next Sunday, it was I think Saturday. So the Sunday, I packed some few stuffs and I went to the hospital. Yeah, so when I went there, I saw the baby. She was a bit tiny. I haven't given birth before, and the feeling was different. So some of the nurses and doctors came. He introduced me to them, and then they said they'll be teaching me how to handle the baby, bath her, feed her, and all that. And within, I think, 3 days, I was able to handle her, feed her, and then bath her too. So I was even surprised I was doing that, because I haven't given birth before. So since then, we have been bathing in our bath. She's now a big girl. She doesn't need any top and tail bath. The top and tail, you just have some hot water in a bowl.
It's more like cleaning.
Yes, just a wet towel and then you clean it. But now we use sponge. We are a big girl now,
and
so we use sponge.
She'll use a shower.
You use a shower?
Yeah, she uses a shower.
Yeah, so for me, I placed my work down to do this. And it's been 5 months I've not been working.
And we are grateful.
Yes, and I'm happy doing this for her. Oh, I was with him. We've been together for almost 3 years. Yes, and I know the sister. She's my friend. I don't have any issue with her or something, no. Like I said, the feeling is different. It just came. I just had to do this. Yes, I just had to do. I don't know. I don't know where the strength even came from. I just went in, and then it all started. The feeding, we started from the hospital in 10 meals, right? There's this small measuring cup.
It was 10 meals every 3 hours.
Yes, 10 meals every 3 hours. So we used spoon to feed her. When we came home, we were going for reviews and others. Her weight was increasing, so they asked us to also increase her meals, like every 2 weeks when we go for a review. But now she can take like 120 meals. Even 180 meals, she can take it. Like in 2 hours, so yeah. I know when she is hungry.
Yes, feel her stomach. Yeah.
I know when baby Aseda is hungry. So now she can take like 180. The least can be 120 meals. The connection is there. I don't know, like she really knows me.
Let me chip in. You know, when Aseda is crying and I am holding Aseda, you know, sometimes Aseda, it's okay, but you know, you give her to Afua and Aseda stops crying. So Aseda and Afua have actually bonded, and I like the way she takes care of my needs. And I stand in the name of my immediate nuclear family, and we appreciate whatever Afua is doing for us, and the way she's bonding with the little girl. I know it won't end. It will go on and on and on, so far as we can, so far as our strength could take us. You know, when reality sets in, you have to do whatever it takes to survive the reality, so far as you're not dying. And in fact, it's been a very difficult time for us. But like I said, I couldn't do it alone. And I needed Afua to support me. And Afua left her job to come and support me. And we've adjusted. In the beginning, it was, we didn't understand each other in the beginning. I mean, there were times, even as at now, there are times when Afua wakes me up at night, I feel she doesn't have to wake me up at night. But look, she's doing this for me. And I knew I had to start appreciating what she was doing. See, we've adjusted so much. I keep saying I appreciate Afua because, see, the only thing that changes couples is when they have children. Look, we haven't had ours yet. This is my sister's baby. This is my sister's child. And we've had all the experience. When we're able to cross this bridge, I bet we'll make it.
It has made us responsible. And with this, I know when I give birth to my own, I'll be able to take care of it. I wouldn't even need my mom to come and show me how to bathe the baby. And I like how it has made me become, yes, being responsible.
Yeah, personally, I'm surprised I haven't gone mad yet. Yes, I'm really surprised I haven't gone mad. I haven't done anything bad to myself. Really, the enormous amount of strength I had to do this. I never thought I could ever have it. But here we are. I mean, we are here. And yeah,
Yeah, and I'm even surprised. I don't get sick. I've not been sick for the past 5 months now. And the strength is always there to take care of the baby. Not even having enough sleep, but still I don't get sick and all that. Yeah.
Oh, as for singing and doing some crazy stuff, see, whatever you have to do to make baby feel comfortable, you have to do it. Me per se, I've done a lot of crazy things that should make baby feel comfortable. And Afua always the same. You see, sometimes you have to create it so that it will. See, you don't even know you are doing it until you are caught doing it. That is it. And Afua has been doing a lot. If you could.
Yeah. Now you see, she smiles at all times. So you have to do something funny for her to see. You have to do something funny for her to see so that she will be smiling. And I love, or let me say, I like seeing her smile. And she can smile for a long time. Make noise. She can be screaming all over. We've not been out since 5 months old.
Yeah. It's been home dates. It's been home dating and adjusting. I know there is a lot of responsibilities on both of us, and if we don't go out and we have a lot of plans, but making sure little baby survives up to her 5th year or her 10th year or her 15th year into her adulthood is the see, parenthood has changed a lot of things for us, and we don't regret any of this thing we are doing. And I know with time, when baby starts growing and start having time for her own self, going to school and all that, I think we can have time for ourselves. Yeah.
The challenging moment, it got to this time. It was around, I think, 12 midnight. Yeah, and then she started crying. She cried from 12, 1,
2, 3, almost 4 a.m.
It was serious. We didn't know what was going on with her. She hadn't started taking this. We have this gripe water and stuff, so we didn't know. I did all I could, and then she just went to sleep just like that. I was like, wow. The crying was serious. I didn't understand. I wish I could know what was going on within her. I wish she could talk to me that this is going on with her, but we survived it.
And then there was one other moment when Aseda was turning blue in the middle of the night. We got to Resh at, I think, 2:21 a.m. from Tema. And as to how we got there, we cannot say. But we got to Resh at 2:21 a.m. and we met a doctor on standby. She helped us through. She hung in there for us, gave prescription, gave medication, and baby was fine. See, it's been challenging 5 months, but it's been rewarding knowing you are giving life to a toddler growing up. It's been very challenging, but extra rewarding. To me personally, and I know Afua will share this with me, that look, we were able to stand in for little baby when, in fact, at a crucial time where she needed someone. And if there is anything we've done, it was done in the interest of the little girl. And we could, I could say I started this and Afua supported me, and we could one day beat our chest and say, look, as that was a preterm baby, we took it upon ourselves to take care of her. Afua came in because I didn't ask her. She came because she knew I couldn't do it alone. And it's been tremendous. And we are proud of the fact that because of us, we didn't give her life, but I mean, we established her on a path of life. At least now she's a full-term baby now, and she's acting like a normal baby. Look, not all preterm babies survive. So we are proud of us. I mean, we are proud of ourselves, and we appreciate whatever we've done for little baby.
Yeah, and since this coronavirus came in, we've not been to review, but this girl is very strong. She doesn't get sick too. I don't know. Her strength is different. Just 5 months, her strength is on a different level. She doesn't get sick and all that. She's very fit.
Personally, had it not been for Aseda, I knew I would have settled down in 3 years' time. But because Aseda came in, and because we are both living together now, and because the experience of taking care of a baby is in now, look, I and Afua agreed we just have to marry. So that's, see, getting married to Afua, I think is going to be one of the greatest achievements I would ever have. Yeah, because she's a good woman. Trust me, she is.
I think Aseda is a blessing to us. We've been through a lot. So me, I would just say thank you to Aseda.
and don't get it twisted. Afua has been the very concrete that has held us all together up to this stage. And Aseda came more to finish it. And we are grateful for her. And I personally want to thank Afua for everything she has done for us, especially me. Because if you could ask a lot of people, I'm really difficult. But Afua has done 36 months and over. She's been doing well. We thank her. We want to appreciate all our meaningful friends that trooped in to help, even when we never asked them. More especially to Ameushika, more especially to Whitney, Boache, and then to our biggest auntie, Bianca. She's crazy.
Lady B.
Yeah, she single-handedly did a lot for us. And Bianca, wherever you are, we want to take this opportunity in the name of little baby. We want you to know that God will bless you. God should bless your household, everything you touch, and we are eternally grateful for everything you've done for us, even as of today. God richly bless you, Bianca. We are grateful.
And to everyone who has also supported us, we say God bless you all.
This video was brought to you by Baby Bliss Mom and Baby Shop.